Well, the next local Moms Club pack is set for this coming Tuesday, December 2nd. That's going to be taking place at the Bishop City Hall Auditorium, scheduled to start at 6 p.m. Anyone wanting to help with this pack is more than welcome and encouraged to head on down to the Bishop City Auditorium. Again, that's Tuesday at 6 p.m. The Moms Club will be packing 57 boxes for local active duty personnel. Donations are always welcome. Baked goods, personal letters, other items can be dropped off the day of the pack, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Bishop City Hall. Well, many local teams will begin the high school winter sports season next week with basketball and soccer leading the way. We once again wanted to show a promotional piece put together by Lou and Mark Margulies and Ryan Harris about the fundraising effort going on for a new floor at the Mammoth High School gymnasium.
My name is Tim Alpers, and I grew up here in the beautiful Eastern Sierras. My parents nurtured my love of sports, and I had the great fortune to be a basketball player and coach on both the high school and collegiate level. I came home to coach my alma mater, Bishop High School, then worked my way up the hill to Huskyland to be a teacher and the first head basketball coach at the brand new Mammoth High School in 1974. The new high school facility, including the gym, was not completed when the school year began. Mammoth Mountain Ski Area founder Dave McCoy graciously offered temporary school housing for grades 7 through 12 at the Warming Hut, now known as Canyon Lodge. Talk about a one-room school. The mountain staff, local contractors, school administrators, teachers, students, and local residents pitched in, and we moved into the new facility shortly after Thanksgiving in 1974. I was then asked, along with our athletic director and new school contractor, to design the interior of the gym. However, due to budget constraints, we were unable to install a quality wooden gym floor at that time. The school buildings have aged gracefully, but the gym floor is in desperate need of replacement. In all of my years as a basketball player, a coach, and a college recruiter, and all the cities and schools of all sizes throughout the United States that I visited, I never came across a plastic floor like this. In a cooperative partnership between Mammoth Unified School District, the Mammoth High School Booster Club, local contractors, and public volunteers, we have formed a fundraising dream team. Our goal is to raise $125,000 to install over 10,000 square feet of beautiful maple gym floor by summer 2015. By way of background, this multi-purpose gym and auditorium has hosted a multitude of activities. The old gym floor has witnessed some banner years, taking CIF championships on a number of occasions. If that old floor could only talk. It has hosted volleyball and basketball games as well as cheer competitions. Due to our high-altitude winter conditions, football, soccer, softball, and baseball use the gym floor for practice as though it were turf or grass. Gym floor tales are not limited to athletics. Concerts, community events, assemblies, and even the annual high school graduation ceremonies are held in this multi-purpose space. As a homegrown athlete, teacher, coach, business owner, and currently one of your Mono County supervisors, I am wholeheartedly in support of this project. I am so excited about our new gym floor that the first 150 donations of $100 or more will receive a copy of my new book, My Sphere of Influence. Additionally, I will personally donate $10 for each of these contributions. It's time for all of us to step up and upgrade our gym. I ask you, the community and school supporters, on this 40th anniversary of the inaugural year of Mammoth High School, to once again come together to help us achieve our goal. My father used to tell me, son, when you live in the mountains, the impossible is standard operating procedure. So let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
All right, nicely done there. Thanks to the great Tim Alpers, and 'tis the season for Gibbon. Let's help out for that Husky Gymnasium new floor. And last week's Airway Media talked with Northern Inyo Hospital CEO Victoria Alexander Lane about the hospital going tobacco-free. We also asked her about her first several months at Northern Inyo Hospital.
You know, I think the hospital is an absolutely gorgeous physical plant. I think we've got the best employees that we could have. We've got excellent nurses, excellent physicians. I think the biggest issue that we had was that the prices were so high that people just felt they couldn't support the hospital. So we've been on a mission to lower the prices, and we have now instituted Tuesday cash lab day, so people that have big deductibles or whatever can come down here and get their labs, and they pay cash, and they get them at a highly reduced price. And we're going to do that every Tuesday so that nobody should have to wait a month to get their labs done just because they don't have the money. The other thing that we did, which we feel very strongly about, is, you know, we've got a high incidence of cancer in this community, and so we are providing, we're probably the cheapest place to get a colonoscopy in California, because you can come here and you can get a colonoscopy inclusive of your polyps, your doctor, and everything for $2,000. And that is extremely reasonable. But our costs, I have to say, were very, very high on that. It would cost you upwards of $4,500 before. But now we're going to do it for $2,000, and this is part of our mission to help the community to stay well and not have finance be a barrier. And we are also going to be looking in the next year at other things that we can do to lower the cost of health care to the community. The best thing that we can do to lower the cost of the community is to keep people well, so that they do not have to go to the hospital at all. And so we're working really hard on that. We're going to be developing a care coordination model in our rural health clinic. I'm speaking with different organizations right now about telemedicine that we could bring in here, so that people wouldn't have to travel out of town to go to a rheumatologist or another specialty. So we're working really hard on creating networks for people. This is a vibrant community, and it's a long ways out, and certainly it gets longer when you're sick. So we want to make sure that we're serving people the best we can for a reasonable amount of money.
You mentioned that there's a high rate of cancer here. Any theories on why that might be?
No, I'm too new here to make any kind of presumption on that. But, you know, I see it a lot. A lot of our employees are out with very serious diagnoses, and you know, I don't know, maybe when I look into it I'll find out that Area 51 had something to do with it. I don't know.
We say that on my radio station all the time, that it's still here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know whether there was some impact with atomic testing at some point in time. I don't know that, and you know, a lot of the people that live here moved here from other places, so you know, it's kind of hard to put your finger on it. But we do know that if we have that, the best thing we can do is develop a very robust prevention program or early diagnosis program, so that people are taken care of while the costs are less. If we can nip it out while it's a tiny little thing, it's a lot less money than if they have to go for major surgery. And you know, I will say this, we have more sophisticated equipment in our operating room here than they have at most all hospitals. We have high definition scopes, and we have a 3D laparoscopy capacity. We have better surgical equipment here. The only people that I know that have 3D capacity would be UCLA and Stanford. We've put a lot of energy into making sure that we can serve this community well. We have a very, very low infection rate, if you know, it's almost nil, and we are providing what's called swing bed services to patients that are coming in for joint replacements. So if they don't feel like they can go home right away, they can stay a few extra days and do their rehab here and get well, and then we will make sure they're well, you know, and whole when they get home. So we're working hard on serving the community, and it's exciting.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, and thanks for all you've done so far, and I look forward to a whole bunch of good stuff in the future.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we thank Victoria Alexander Lane for that, and we understand big football fan. We really like her for that. We'll be back with a weather report.